A magical day to you. It's me, Julie, with your weekly oracle card reading for the week of December the 12th through to the 18th. And I'm feeling like we are having a reset. We're winding down before Christmas. We're starting to slow down a little bit. So I feel like the messages that are going to come through are going to be very light, very suggestive this week. It's not going to be kind of a heavy reading. I am going to be using Doreen Virtue's Flower Therapy Oracle cards, which I never really use this deck. I actually bought them for my daughter because they don't really resonate for me. But I was guided by my angels to use them today. So, as always, we got to listen to our angels because when we do so, they can get us to the next place that we're going. All right, so they're beautiful cards. There's no reason for me to not like them. They're just don't use them as much as my other cards. So they're beautiful cards. They have pictures of flowers on the back. So I'm going to start to shuffle them right now and tune into the week. By the way, Archangel Michael and Haniel are just stepping forward to say to remind you that there's a full moon coming up on Tuesday. It is a full moon in Gemini. So if you're feeling that really hot impulse to, sorry, my phone, I should turn it off before I do this, to talk and say what's on your mind and feeling very opinionated about things, please know that that's that full moon in Gemini. You can already start to see the full moon in the sky right now. It's influencing us. But then at the same time, we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. So Mercury is going to go retrograde in Capricorn this month, excuse me. And so that is the total not opposite, but quite on the polar spectrum of Gemini. Capricorn is here, Gemini is here. Gemini is sort of hot-tongued and, popping off, where Capricorn is more like, let's think about things and how is that going to make the other people feel? How is it going to make people perceive me? Kind of more grounded energy. So with those two influences this month, we're going to feel like popping off. We're going to be very opinionated about things we want to say, but we're going to be very careful about how we do that. And you can read more about that on my blog. I did an article about it. So if you go to the Julie Spiritual Healer website, you can find out more about that. So it's funny when you just touch a deck of cards that, that's the message that comes. And, you can just literally hold a card, a deck of cards and feel a message for the week without even looking at them. So without even looking at this deck, I feel like this is a week of prayer. People are going to be praying. People need to be praying this week, and asking big for what you want. You have not because you have asked not. So very important message there that Jesus said in one of the testaments. I don't know, testimonies. But I read the Bible when I was 8. And, he said something like that. You have not because you ask not. No, I'm just kidding. He did say that, but you need to ask big, because oftentimes we are asking too small. We think, well, if I ask God or I ask the angels, it's going to make me look greedy, or he doesn't have time, he's busy helping the Kardashians. Not true. There's a lot of them, and they pray too, and you have to work hard as well. And nothing against the Kardashians, but it's just that you can have big too. You just have to ask big. So I'm going to just keep shuffling for the beginning, middle, and end of the week. Do you like my hat? I'm not wearing it because I need to get my roots done this week. I'm wearing it because it's Christmas time and it's very festive. Anyway, okay. Keep looking at this card, which is at I usually do this card at the end of the reading. Now, the card at the top of the deck is your exclamation point of the reading. I want to start with this because this is what I'm being guided to read. The message says to open your heart, and this is a rose. And usually a rose, people are brought roses, or we bring other people roses. Oh my God, it's so hot with this hat. I just want to rip it off my head. But I'm not going to. It's not because of vanity. It's just that if I commit to a look, I'm going to commit to the look. So back to the card. So opening up your heart, Is your heart closed down? Are you holding unforgiveness towards anyone? Well, the angels say that when we open up our hearts, then more love can come in, and more better blessings, opportunities, favor, and increase, they all start pouring in when we open our hearts. So the message on the card says that your potential for greater love rests in your opening your heart. Blockages and wounds from your past will be healed, and you'll be met with the true passion that you seek. This is not just in romantic love, although it can be. Um, there is an emphasis with romance this week, so and that's a very high vibrational energy. But the point is, keep your heart open this week. It's Christmas time, people have their hearts open. We're in a season of giving, so that's a beautiful exclamation mark. Now let's look at the beginning, middle, and end of the week. I'm going to pull a card from the top. I guess this card is upside down. Now, if ever your cards are upside down, don't freak out and get all weird about it. Just turn it right side up. Okay, so it says wise soul, and it's a picture of an azalea. And the message says your soul carries ancient wisdom. Please embrace it as you have the knowledge to help those around you. Yeah, going back to the rose card, which is, opening your heart in that season of giving. I posted in the Angel Heart Practitioner group today, no, I didn't. They're saying, no, I didn't. Sorry. That was on my other Facebook page. That it was a Tony Robbins post saying how helpful it is to give. Oh yeah, his quote was, if you can help 1 million people, you can make $1 million. And I'm not saying that your motivation behind giving should be to make $1 million, but he makes a really excellent point that if you put an intention to the universe to help 1 million people, the universe is going to respond and give that generosity back to you. So this card at the beginning of the week looks like generosity, opportunities to give, to be a giver. And I am feeling like a lot of wounds are going to be healed, and you're being guided to release them at the beginning of the week. There's another message coming through here for me around prayer. So if you're having difficulty opening your heart, you can pray to the Archangel Gabriel and Azrael, I'm hearing, to release any sort of blockages that you have. So that's the message for the beginning of the week. Let's go to the middle of the week. Patience, begonia. Isn't there a flower called patience? Why is begonia the patience card? I don't know. I didn't channel these cards. But I trust that Doreen Virtue channeled them accurately, as she does most of her cards. They're very high vibration. So the message of the card says your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. See, I knew there was a message about prayer for this week. Did I not say it? I'm so glad I said it, and it's being recorded, so you know how psychic I am. I need that kind of validation in my life. Your prayers have been heard and they have been answered. So, beloved, are you praying for something and you haven't seen it yet? Were you worried that the angels didn't hear you? The angels hear everything. It's just that they don't always deliver, an answer to our prayers in our timing. Sometimes if we get what we want right when we want it, it's not the best time. But if we wait for God's time, the angels' time, then you'll see it's much more beneficial. That's the middle of the week. Your prayers have been heard. They're saying a lot of deliveries are coming midweek. Parcels are coming in the mail. Prayers are being heard and answered. So, and the other message I'm hearing Michael say is keep praying. So if you haven't seen what you've been wishing or hoping for, don't give up hope. Let's see what the card is for the end of the week. Okay. Another upside down card, which will just turn it right side up. It says, you are a spiritual teacher. And I think the name of this flower is crocus. And if I'm mispronouncing it, well, who cares? I'm giving you a free reading, so you shouldn't really complain about my pronunciation. Just saying. Okay. Share your wisdom with others. You were born to teach. What a beautiful message. So many people who watch this video are themselves spiritual teachers. And if, even if you don't feel especially qualified, this card is reassuring you that you do have a beautiful gift to heal with others through your teaching and through your spiritual words. So you should, take some steps by the end of the week if you haven't already to prepare a course. Maybe some of you want to teach online or in person. Maybe put it up on Eventbrite or something like that. Well, at the end of the week, you're going to have opportunities to teach. And if you're looking for students and you haven't found them yet, just ask the angels for opportunities for you to teach others and to serve. I mean, ask and you shall receive. That's really the message of this reading for this week, I feel. So don't worry if you don't have any students or you don't know anybody who would want to take your class. Ask the angels and watch. They might tell you to take a little bit of action steps. You might have to put up a website or some other kind of message. Sorry about my phone again, but I'm very popular. Anyway, it's probably my mom. But, put that intention out there and teach. Go forth and teach. If you have a message inside of you that is burning, you just got to go after those opportunities or create them or, ask somebody who's, holding classes at their place. Say, hey, I want to teach. We all have to start somewhere. I started teaching my first year out of the spiritual closet, and that was like 8 years ago. So, people would probably thought I was nuts, except I never told anybody I was new because I'm like the exception to the rule. I'm just not a person who's really afraid of many things. I have fears, but, as soon as I was told that of my gifts, like I started working like within that month. I put an ad in the newspaper. And that's just the kind of person I am. I know it's not for everyone. I know you might be different, but I'm rambling. I feel like I'm rambling. I can't remember what I was going to say. Listen, I'm so excited. It's Christmas is coming. It's a season of giving, but also, give to yourself too. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself credit for how far you've come this year. The angels say it's also a really intense time of reassessment where we are all kind of reassessing our performance in the past year. So my last message of this video is for you to be gentle with yourself and enjoy the stage that you're on. You might want to get to a certain place, and I have goals too that I haven't achieved. Sometimes I look at, performances I've done at expos or at interventions I've done, and I'm like, oh, I should have said this, or I should have said that. Or you might be in a place where maybe you're getting certified and you wish you had done your 37 readings by now, but you haven't. But you're making progress, or you didn't get the job that you wanted, but you're at a great job and your bills are getting paid. It may not be the job of your dreams, but you have a job. Enjoy the stage that you're on. When you're ready to get to the next level, the angels will give you the grace. They will give you the words. They will give you the confidence. In divine timing. So just think of how far you have come in the past year, all the progress that you've made, the friends that you've made, the lessons that you've learned. Don't be so hard on yourself. Focus on your strengths. Focus on all the amazing things you've accomplished. And you know how energy just shifts? Like it's Sunday. The energy is already different than it was yesterday. Can you imagine when January 2017 rolls around? You're going to feel brand new. So give yourself a pat on the back for all the hard work you've done this year. Know that I love you. The angels love you. You have powerful angels with you right now who are waiting to serve you. If you'd like to book a private angel reading with me, please do so via juliespiritualhealer.com. Love you. Mwah. God bless. And just remember that if I say awkward things in this video, I'm kidding. Okay? Most of the time I'm kidding. Okay. Love you. Bye.